There we go.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, I'm going to bring this up and we will get started. Hi, everyone. We are just getting situated and getting ready to get started. I am going to open this up on my own so that I can make sure we can watch comments, and we are ready to go. Okay. My name is Jessie Conder, and I am the CEO here at Align, and I am really excited tonight to welcome one of our brand ambassadors to the Align page to chat with you for our Inside Align event. So I'm super happy to welcome Nikki Bergstrom to the page. Nikki is one of our brand ambassadors. You've been here since the beginning, right?
Yes.
She's been here since the beginning of Align. We launched in March. And Nikki has been someone that we have been watching because she has had so much enthusiasm, such a great attitude, and really has been such a great contributor to the brand. She's also been very consistently one of our top sellers. She is consistently topping our leaderboards on ambassador volume. So we were talking before we started, and she has a wealth of experience. She's been in this industry for 18 years, she said, and has done multiple different brands, tried on multiple different companies. And so tonight she's going to share with you why she chose to Align. So Nikki, thank you so much for sharing with us and hopping on. I am going to let you take over and let you share with us, and then I will hop back on at the end. Sometimes Facebook likes to make it a little tricky for us to see comments. So Nikki is not going to be worried about watching comments. She's just going to share her story with you. I will watch comments, and we will make sure that if there are any questions or anything that we need to chat about, that we come back and answer those at the end. So Nikki, take it away.
Hi, friends. I'm so excited to be here tonight. Like Jessie said, I've been in social selling for about 18 years. I was trying to think of it earlier today to figure out exactly how long. And I realized my son was probably about 4 years old at the time. As a single mother, it was just me and him in our house, and I needed some extra cash. So I looked around, I saw a lot of different things that were out there, and I just started picking and choosing and trying to see how it would work. Typical thing that most people do. Just, I need a little extra just to give myself a little, kids are expensive. So, we gotta pull things together, and the job, may pay the bills, but doesn't always pay for a lot of the extras. So I just, see what I wanted, see what was out there. I had a friend that was selling. So I'm like, sure, I'll join that. I'll see if I can do that. My day job is working in healthcare. I am an occupational therapist. I have been doing that for 23 years. Currently, I have done that in just about every arena out there. I've been in rehab, I've been in the nursing homes, I've been in the hospitals, I've done outpatient. Wasn't a real big fan of outpatient, but I've kind of settled in. I do home health. So I go out to see my patients in their homes and help them to be more independent and safe in their homes. Occupational therapy is the day-to-day activities that people are able to do for themselves. So a lot of what I do and what I have chosen over the years of different companies to get into kind of went along with that too, because I am all about helping others. So I like for other people to be able to do their own thing and be as independent and successful in life. So social selling kind of fits right on into that. So about 18 years ago, I was looking around and settled in. So, had catalogs and took them to work and, dabbled here and there. And then, that wasn't working so well. So I looked around and picked something different. I've been in makeup, I've been in skincare, I've been in coffee and teas and a lot of other things. But I really settled in with the skincare. So once I kind of got into that groove, I thought, skincare is really where really where I feel like I shine, because we all have skin. It's the biggest organ on our body. So, we got to take care of it best that we can. So I just kind of settled in, and it really actually started helping me feel more confident and more comfortable with myself once I started really taking care of myself. So I really started enjoying, the body butters and the lotions. And growing up, I had a lot of acne, as most of us did as teenagers. And I never really grew out of it very much till now. See, beautiful. So, I was looking for something that would really help my skin, because, I was the one where I was coating my face in makeup, trying to hide all the imperfections underneath, putting on that mask to the outside world. So when I really started finding some good skincare products that helped my skin, then I became more confident, because then I didn't have to cake on all the makeup, and my skin was healthier, and I was, more glowing and more happy to be social and be around. So, and that kind of also brought me out of my shell, because I like to sing. So getting up on stage and doing festivals, and I am an a cappella geek at heart. So probably the biggest name that you all would know a cappella wise would be Pentatonics out there in the mainstream. But I have a lot of friends in a lot of other groups, and we get together and we have fun. But a lot of that confidence comes from feeling like you're looking your best. So I really love, skincare as far as helping others to look and feel their best. And then when they feel good inside, it helps them bring that confidence outside and bring success to all of their lives. So the last skincare company I was in, I was doing really well, and I really felt like I hit my stride. That's where I really enjoyed being. That's really where I thought that I excelled, and where I loved to share. Because when I love something, I want everybody to love it too. Because, that's just how we are. We're social beings. How often do we go and say, oh, I just stopped this greatest restaurant ever. You really should check it out. We're going there next time. You're coming with me. Social selling is the same thing. Hey, I got this great face mask, and I would really like you to try it. It's awesome. I love it. You should get it too. Easy peasy. How hard is that? Just to share with everybody the things that light you up inside and make you feel really like your best self. And that helps everybody else feel like their best self. So that is kind of where I really love to be. And good Lord, I like to talk. So I can be a very social person and talk a lot. So with, as we were going along in the last company I was in, and, hit some rocky times. But I had actually started doing really well. I had actually earned an incentive trip and was all excited to finally earn. And I was, hey, this is going great. This is doing wonderful. And then the bottom fell out. And it's like, okay, well, what's next? It's like, well, we'll see where this goes. Love the products, love to doing this. I'm going to keep trucking along. Well, then come to about October of last year, and Angela Diorio came to me, and she's like, hey, how are things going? She was my upline, and we had talked a lot anyway. We got to know each other a lot in some conventions that we had been to. And, she was talking about, how are you feeling with everything? And I was just a little lost. It's like, what's next for me? What I was loving, and now what can I do next? What's out there? So she had mentioned to me that, there was this new company that was going to be coming around. And she talked about Jessie and asked if I had remembered who she was, and sent me a link to kind of look up some things. So I was kind of looking it out, feeling it out. And I just grabbed on, and I loved everything about what they were trying to set up. So I went to alignyourskin.com and I signed up for the emails to send me these email updates. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's happening. So I had really decided pretty much the end of October, beginning of November last year, that this was probably going to be my next step. Everything that they were putting out, I was loving what I was reading, and I felt like that was really what I had been looking for. I was looking for, I wanted to be at the beginning of something. We always have all these, these companies that have been out here forever, and it's like, oh, imagine what would have happened if I had been there when it started. Imagine where I would be if I had, just found out about this sooner. I love this. Why didn't I start, before? This is before. So I'm like, yes, I am excited about getting in the beginning, because being in the beginning of it is really kind of amazing. The small group of us that are, well, small, we started out small. We're already over 1,000, 1,100, I think she said, which is absolutely ridiculously amazing. So, but we're at the very beginning of this amazing, incredible opportunity that's coming about. And it's just everything that I have seen, every piece that goes into it has become absolutely amazing to me. And it makes me feel that I am right where I should be. I feel like I'm at home. I feel like I have hit my stride. This is where I wanted to be. I feel like, I'm the kid that finally gets to sit at the grown-ups table at Thanksgiving, because it's like, you feel like, in a company that's been around for a while, you're just kind of a number. Okay, you have your small group, you have your team, you have the people that you know and you talk to on a regular basis, but that's kind of it. And there's like a ton of others out there. You really don't know what's going on. You're just kind of going through and doing your thing and getting to know the few people that you know. With Align, you get to know everybody. And the best thing about it is that everybody is on your side. We are all a family, no matter which team, we're on. We are all together because we are all building this together. So one of our 5 big, huge statements of what we do here is inclusion. And I feel included. I feel like my voice is valuable. I feel like I am heard. We had our convention, our Shine convention in July, and we had a table set up of prototypes, samples of future products. And we had the opportunity to just go out and play with all of the things that were on the table, open them, smell them, feel them, use them. And then we had a list that we could write down what we thought about it. When was the last time someone actually asked you what you think about something and they actually want to hear your answer? We all know the people, oh, how are you doing today? And you really hope that they don't go into too much because you don't want to hear how their day was. Oh, my battery is getting low. Oh no. Oh, did I go away? No, I think my battery's getting low. I hope it doesn't die. Whew. Well, anyways, I'm getting close to the end anyway. So when you come to Align and you see this group of people that are just genuinely interested in your success, they've really built it for us as ambassadors to be successful. And when you're surrounded by people that love you and want the best for you and want to hear what you have to say and truly listen, it's just the most amazing feeling in the world. And that brings about the joy. And it truly feels like it is part of my life and right where I should be. And I love that. Not to mention all of the people that I love in it. So, so I'm like the kid in the candy store, just got to sit at the grown-ups table at Thanksgiving, and just very happy about where we are, and immensely hopeful, and just very sure that this is really going to do well and take off. And I can't wait to see where we go. And one of the best aspects, besides the people, are the products. They are phenomenal. They are wonderful. My face is clearer. I love, and you get that of your skincare, and all the time. We're always bringing out a new product, and we have something to learn, but we have time to really learn and use what we already have. We get a new face cleanser. We have time to try it and use it and learn all about it before we have to learn about the next thing. So then we got that really down. We know what we're talking about. We know how it is. We know how it feels to us. We're sharing it with everybody else. And then we get something new. And then we can learn about that product and put that together. And when you fall in love with something, it's going to be here next week, next month, next year. You don't fall in love with a product, and then as soon as you really like what you have, it gets discontinued. And then you're like, oh Lord, now I got to find something new. But we're going to keep everything. We want everything to stay because we want you to love what you have and always be able to get it. And then add in something brand new that's going to add to what we've already got. And it's just, the world is wide open. We are really going to go places. And I am so glad that I'm here for the ride, because from the very start, before we even had a single product, I said I was all in. I just loved the brand. I love the culture. I love the community. I love the people. And I really love that we are truly a family. So it's just wonderful. I have not stopped smiling since March 1st. Technically, I believe I joined on like February 28th before it finally went live. So it's just been, a wonderful ride. So I hope you all join us. We would love to have you.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions, Nikki, before your phone dies, which
Sure.
I'm the queen of the phone dying in the middle of stuff, so don't you worry. If we lose Nikki, we'll wrap it up. But doesn't Nikki just make you smile? Like, that is what I think she brings to the table so naturally. Like, she just has a really joyful energy, and she just always makes me smile. So thank you for sharing. But I wanted to ask you a few questions while we're still on here and while we still have you. I loved what you said about how sharing can come naturally. And I think that we do that so often when it doesn't benefit us, right? Like, if we're sharing our favorite Starbucks drink, or we're sharing our, where'd you get that top? Like, we have no problem sharing that. But there's something about when we feel like it benefits us that we get like all awkward and it becomes harder to share. So as somebody who has really like killed it and is doing great, sharing consistently and selling consistently, how do you overcome that feeling of kind of tripping yourself up and allowing yourself to just share naturally?
Mostly just because I love it. It's really, it's not awkward if you're sharing something that you truly love, because it's authentic. It's not because, oh, I'm going to make $10 if you buy this. It's like, my skin is clear. I really want your skin to be clear too. These bamboo cloths are the softest things ever. You should have some. I'm replacing all of my washcloths with them. And I even had someone that's like, well, everybody thinks their products are the best. And my response to that was literally, well, all companies have the good products. Anything that any of these companies have is going to be better than what you get if you go to the department store. that you're going to go to, you know, the dollar store and get. All of them. And they all have their benefits. This is why I love mine. But I'm not going to tell somebody, oh, don't go buy that because mine's better. This is why I like mine, because there's room for everybody.
I love that. And I think that kind of speaks to the culture that we're building here at Align. And even when you said that, like, everyone is one team and it's one community. And I think that's because we have tried to be really intentional about building this as a community and not as a competition. So something that I think is different here is that we're not constantly having our ambassadors compete for a top spot or compete to be this or try to beat other people out. There's really a great collaboration that's happening because we're really just focused on building a great community of people instead of a big competition with each other all the time. So one question I wanted to ask you about joining a brand new company. So you found out about it before we launched. You joined before day one. How did you have any fears or nerves or like concerns about a company being so brand new, and how has it felt now that you've been here for over 6 months?
I guess my biggest concern was just that we wouldn't have a lot to offer right off the bat. So I was a little concerned that I wouldn't be able to give like a complete routine because, you know, we don't have all the things. But as I thought about it and as we got into it, as we learned things, it's the simplicity of it is really kind of the basis of what we're doing. And it's really, you don't need 100 products in order to get the same benefits if you have good ingredients in a few. So, and that's part of what I love about it is that, you know, the price point, because you don't have to purchase as much to get good quality. So, you know, and a little bit goes a long way. So, and as we're building and as these new excitement of the new products are coming out, it just makes it even more enjoyable because there's always an excitement. You know, you don't have to wait for, oh, a Christmas product that's coming out, or, oh, you know, we're getting something for this holiday. It's like every day is Christmas. So, you know, and it's just as we add things and learn things and grow together, it's actually, I feel a lot more solid than I have with companies that have been around forever, just because we're all building it together and we're all invested in the success of all of it. And even being on the leaderboard, no one is really saying, you know, oh, I should have been there, I should have been doing this. It's like everybody's like, great job, keep going, you're doing great, you know. And it's just, it's heartwarming. It really,
I think it's fun product wise to be a part of launching the products. You know, like you said, it's different to get to come to an event and try things and voice your opinion. I literally have a stack of 50 sheets of feedback in this drawer right here, you know. And when we have questions about what people want and what they liked or what the feedback was, like, I pull them out, we go through them and we talk about them as an executive team. And so to have our community get to be a part of that, like, you do have ownership in Align because you're helping contribute to that foundation and to those products as they roll out and be a part of it. And that does feel a lot different than when a company just says, surprise, here's 30 new products, and you just adapt and deal, right? Because you didn't have any contribution to it.
right. Okay. I don't know if this is good or not, but I'm gonna do my best with it.
Yes, exactly. And you know, sometimes that happens, but I do love, and we take that feedback really seriously from our field because we know that you're out there hearing more directly from your customers than we are, right? Like, you're in the field, as we call it in this industry, but really you're out there in the front line hearing what people are saying and hearing that feedback so we can make adjustments and decide what to do next. Okay, my final question for you is, what has felt different? You've done this social selling gig as it's probably transitioned from home parties and catalog parties and direct sales and social sales and network marketing, whatever we want to call it. for 18 years. You've tried on different companies. You said Align feels like home, which is so like heartwarming to me, of course. But what are some things that feel different here now that we've settled in our first 6 months here at Align?
I think what feels different is definitely just the culture and the community, because and the fact that we don't all have to strive to be our own. I have to teach everything to the next person that's coming in. We have our executive team. You ladies are out there. Shanae has built a wonderful sales system that is easy to understand, easy to use and implement. And it's all there. All the information is there. All the products, all the tools are there. And we can go to each other and to learn how are you using this? How are you using this? And everybody's collaborating. And we've got it all there, so we don't have to do it all on our own. We have that community with each other, and we saw it at Shine. I had people friend requesting me from Shine that it's like, wow, I used to be the one going to the things and asking everybody to be my friend. And I'm like, I have people that actually wanted me to be their friend. I'm like, this is amazing. So it's just that community. It's such a different feeling. And family is about the best way that I can describe the feeling of it. You're not just going there to be a participant. You're going there to be a member. You're not.
And I think it's just a little easier at this size. Like you said, there's just an advantage to getting to know each other and put faces with names. And, we see those names consistently. So I feel like in a big company, and, hopefully we get there someday, but it is just harder because it is just a big quantity of people. And right now we just have this really kind of like cozy family advantage of getting to really know people and say, I've seen Nikki Bergstrom's name pop up over and over and over again. Like, let's reach out to her and get to know her and bring her in and see what she's doing that's working. So I feel like everyone has that advantage right now, and it feels really good to see people like jump in and take advantage of it and start to build those relationships amongst each other. Like seeing that at Shine was everything that we wanted, was everyone walking away and seeing that they had built those relationships and connections with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had one thing to say to people as they are considering a brand new brand, they've never heard of it before, they don't know us, what is the one thing that you would point out about Align?
I would say just jump in. You'll see it, you'll learn it, and it's amazing. It's just incredible. And I haven't stopped smiling.
Well, see, Nikki always makes us smile, and that's why, because she's like so happy. She always makes me smile. So Nikki, thank you so much for hopping on tonight. We really appreciate you sharing a little bit about yourself, your experience here at Align, and just in general in social selling. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. We've kind of just been letting them roll. Nikki and I can always come back and answer questions, and then we will make sure that we also link our community group in the comments. We have a group here on Facebook called the Align Community. It is completely free to join. There's no obligation to purchase anything. It is not a marketing group where we're constantly just selling things to you. It's really a VIP sneak peek community into what makes Align different. And it's also somewhere that we host a lot of giveaways, free community events, brand workshops. We have a monthly event called Cultivate, where we are consistently bringing you a free workshop or speaker or tips to help you with wellness topics, mindfulness, stress management, skincare, things that we find are really helpful to those of you in our Align community. So thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight. Make sure that you jump in the Align community and give Nikki lots of hearts and lots of love for her joy and her smiles that she brought to everyone tonight. And we will talk to you very soon. Bye.